Halo 2 remastered. Combat Evolved. Part 2 of the Cloud9 podcast. Just to remind you, we're doing the E3 predictions for E3 2014, which is taking place in LA. I'm pretty sure all the tickets are sold out, but only the important game journos get the passes. So we're kind of upset about that. E3 sent us some passes, and we'll cover E3. Just a two-man crew here, me and Conrad. But yeah, on to part 2. Another article here. We got a Final Fantasy. Wait, can you read Roman numerals and read that to me?
Okay,
XV.
I think that's Final Fantasy 8. Yeah. It's 8.
XV?
Well, or maybe 7, because GTA V, GTA IV.
Oh yeah. Roman
So
numerals.
it could be either 8 or 7. It's around there. But I'm not sure about Final Fantasy, but I did like the first 2. I thought that was pretty good. I remember I think on the third or second one you could play this one guy named Vincent. Was his name Vincent? The guy with the golden hand? Yeah, Vincent. I thought he was a pretty cool guy. I even had like a little collectible of him. I'm not sure where it is now, but I thought he was pretty cool. I'm not sure what it's gonna be like. There's a Final Fantasy Return of what's your name, Lightning or
Lightning Returns.
yeah, Lightning Returns. I've seen some of that. I didn't really like it. I don't know why, but I've seen some people play it. I even tried it once, but I was kind of disappointed because I found it just not to be like the originals. I mean, they changed it up a bit. I mean, why can't you just keep up with the original crew? I mean, they have the original bad guys, but not pretty much the original crew. And yeah, I thought that was pretty disappointing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I heard some disappointing things about Final Fantasy Lightning Returns, which is too bad. I heard like the battle system was really good, but just everything around it just made it complicated. Like I think it was an MMO. Like I'm not too sure about that. But anyway, next story. Bethesda might have a new game. It's been a while since Skyrim, 2011.
Yeah, and Elder Scrolls Online wasn't made by Bethesda. It was made.
Was it?
No, it wasn't. That's why it looks so different.
Yeah, it looks more like World of Warcraft. Yeah, it looks a little bit more like World of Warcraft. Just the character models look a little bit more cartoony, but
Yeah, I think it was the makers of Warcraft. I forget their names, but
Blizzard,
yeah, Blizzard Entertainment.
Activision.
But yeah, Bethesda didn't make it. I realized they didn't make it because it was on a different map, different story. It's 1,000 years before the before Skyrim.
Or Oblivion. I know either one.
Yeah,
Who cares?
yeah, but it's like 1,000 years before Skyrim when there was back still dragons and dragonborns and
Back in the Dragon Age.
oh man
Take that to the bank.
what the Elder Scrolls was only for PC. I'm pretty sure you can get it off of Steam for like $20, and I didn't really like the I forgot what I was gonna say. The Elder Scrolls Online. I liked it, but it just didn't really feel like Skyrim to me because it was like much more ancient. It was like, yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I'll have to give it a 7 from
The MMO?
yeah, and so, yeah, Elder Scrolls Online was pretty good. You could ride a horse. You can still ride horses and all that. You could compete with people, make up your own clans, and start your own like little like
Faction?
yeah. You can start up your little faction and your little guild. But the thing about a guild is that you have to pay to get in, which sucks because that's what guild means. Well, not really sucks, but that's what you had to do. So yeah, what do you think, Aaron?
Yeah, I just want to get your thoughts on the MMO and Skyrim. But yeah, those. If you haven't already, like if you have Xbox 360 or PS3, you should definitely check out Elder Scrolls 4 Skyrim, because that is still an excellent game, like a big open world, and it took me like 50 hours to complete it, which is crazy. And Dragonborn DLC and all the other stuff, it's pretty awesome. So if you have a previous generation of consoles, check out Skyrim, like one of the greatest games of all time. But there's another game that came out in 2006 called Oblivion, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I couldn't recommend that one. It's too dated. Like solid game, but it already came out and it was 2006. And around the launch, around the start of the generation, the 360 and PS3 lives. But yeah, so the consoles back then weren't as powerful, but they're still able to do the open world, and most of the caves look the same. Um, most of the caves and the dungeons look the same, which like just copy and paste, like it's really bad. So do not check out Oblivion, but check out Skyrim. And I don't know about the Elder Scrolls MMO. You should look up some reviews, listen to what Conrad said previously about it. But yeah, oh yeah, I brought this whole thing up because there's gonna be a new Bethesda game. But yeah, it's either probably gonna be a new Fallout 4, which is awesome because if you realize that Fallout New Vegas, that wasn't Fallout 4. Like there was Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and then the rumor is Fallout 4. So what do you think about that?
Well, Fallout 1 and 2 are just like computer games, or just like PC, and they decided to turn it up a notch on consoles. And PC, it's still on PC, but they wanted to bring it on consoles. Uh, so yeah, that wasn't really what I was hoping for, but they might make a new Skyrim because they came out, or maybe a new Halo 4. It depends on which one the fans like most.
Yeah, it's either Fallout 4 or a new Skyrim, but I'm leaning towards Fallout 4 because Fallout New Vegas came out in like 2010, so I would say Fallout 4 for sure.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And like Skyrim came out in like 2011.
Yeah, 2011. Yeah.
Maybe it's gonna hopefully probably it's gonna be like, I don't know, something years after all the stuff happened. And maybe you're just like, you get to be a kid, could design your own guy. Of course, that's what Bethesda is most famous for, designing your own guy. And maybe you could do more on it. And hopefully you get to go to New Vegas, or maybe you get to go to New York. That's what I'm pretty much predicting. Let's go to New York. Maybe all the vaults are just like so civilized. They got, I don't know, pizzerias, hot dog stands. It's be like an underground New York. It's created a new New York.
Yeah. So Fallout 3 took place in Washington D.C., and that's on the East Coast. Fallout New Vegas took place in the Mojave Desert. That's the West Coast. So I'm assuming this could probably take place on the East Coast, like who knows, maybe Boston or New Jersey this time, like or New York. Who knows, like be all those buildings. So that was the thing about Fallout New Vegas is I wish there was more urban environments like Fallout 3. I kind of miss having the urban environments because it provided cover against like all of the enemies and stuff. But yeah, I just hope there's more urban infrastructure in the new Fallout, just so you can raid buildings like DayZ. Check out DayZ on Steam, early access. But yeah, Fallout 4, that should it would look beautiful on these new PlayStation 4 and Xbox One consoles and PC. Wow. Just think about a new Skyrim on the PS4 and Xbox One. I'm like drooling right now. But yeah, on to the next one. Crackdown 3. Wow. What do you think about that? Another Microsoft.
Well, I like the first two. Crackdown 2 was pretty good too. So basically, you're just like playing as a super agent fighting infected, and and you progress through the game as you get new rewards, more XP, evolve your guy, and I liked it I liked it really really much. The second one I really loved. I remember playing online. It was pretty good. And like that was back when Black Ops, the first Black Ops appeared. And that was like a long time ago, but though it's still such a good game. So what do you think about a new Crackdown 3, Aaron?
Crackdown 1 and 2 are Microsoft exclusives, so I'm going to assume Crackdown 3, I don't know if it'll be multi-platform. Like, I think it'll be Xbox One only, because Microsoft needs some exclusives right now. That's just my opinion, just from a marketing standpoint. But yeah, Crackdown 3, they tested the open world, like how it works at Dead Rising 3, and I think it worked well, because you played and you said it was pretty good. So yeah, I think Crackdown 3 would look awesome on Xbox One. I bet they use the Kinect in some way. Like you'd shout at like the bosses, like in Dead Rising, just say you're crazy, and just like you have to yell at the hobo or some. But yeah, new Crackdown 3, and yeah, another article is a new Rare game that could be a new Banjo-Kazooie, or maybe Conker's Bad Fur Day. One of those. A new Rare game, but I'm thinking maybe a Viva Pinata. A Viva Pinata game, which would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, a new Rare game. And it's high. What could be a new? What could be a what is a rare game?
Rare made a couple titles like Viva Pinata. That was Xbox 360 only. I think it used the Kinect, which is pretty awesome. I hear good things about Viva Pinata. Rare also did Perfect Dark. Like if you remember at the beginning of the console generation, they came out with Perfect Dark Zero, which I know had like Joanna on the front with like orange hair, and I don't know, it wasn't as stealthy and set in the Neo future, which is weird, but I don't know. But Rare could also do Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Viva Pinata, Perfect Dark. Like those are the only games I know. They also designed the avatars for Xbox. So if you see your avatar and dress them up all nice, or her, just think about Rare. Think about Conker's Bad Fur Day. So on to the next story. The Last Guardian, which I don't even really feel like talking about. Like it's kind of a myth. Like E3 2007 came out with this revolutionary thing, like from the makers of Ico. But I don't know, Last Guardian. And how about Legend of Zelda Wii U announcement? I don't think there has been a Legend of Zelda on the Wii U yet. No, there hasn't. Like maybe Ocarina of Time, but yeah, they came out with Phantom Hourglass on the 3DS. What was that new Zelda game?
Zelda.
On 3DS.
Link Between Worlds.
Yeah. Yeah, Link Between Worlds that came out. That was the only Zelda game, but it didn't come out on Nintendo's new console, the Wii U. Which, yeah, the Wii U needs some games right now. Like Legend of Zelda, like that would perfectly make sense. Like Mario 3D World came out on Wii U. That's like the best game for it. But Legend of Zelda on Wii U, like maybe you can swing the little Wii U iPad around like a sword, and I don't know. We'll see. What do you think about that?
Well, Legend of Zelda, it had a perfectly scored soundtrack to it. I listened to some of it on SoundCloud, and it was like perfect. And I like how you can like just like connect with the wall. You just press a button, and you're like part of the wall, and you just move around obstacles. That was the one thing I loved about it. But mostly the scored feature soundtrack, I thought that was pretty good. I don't think it really had some problems with it, and it was like just perfect. It wasn't really that disappointing. Well, all the Legends of Zelda games weren't that disappointing, but Link Between Worlds was just awesome.
None of us own Wii U's, but hopefully, I don't know, some people who own a Wii U would have something to play other than Mario and all other random stuff. And Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, which I heard is a really difficult game to get through. But yeah, last article is a new game from Valve. Maybe it's Orange Box 2, maybe it's Portal 3, and wait, what was the other one? Oh, wait, Half-Life. A new Half-Life People were expecting that for years, but I'm